February 21 is an extraordinary day, one that can be called a first in human history. It is a chance to start your life over, a moment to realize your ideals and feel as if you've been reborn. It will be a pivotal turning point where the tides of life and the era shift fundamentally. However, how you spend this moment will shape everything that follows. On February 21, 2026, Saturn and Neptune will align perfectly at Aries, forming a conjunction. A heartfelt happy birthday to anyone born on this day, or in the month of February. Wishing you an amazing year ahead. And we'd be thrilled if you'd leave a comment saying it's your birthday. February 21, 2026 is an immensely special day, even in the history of Western astrology. Saturn and Neptune, two planets with entirely opposing energies, will align perfectly at Aries, the very starting point of everything. Neptune moved into Aries on January 27, and hot on its heels, Saturn followed suit on Valentine's Day. February 14. Neptune is a slow-moving planet, taking approximately 165 years to orbit the 12 Zodiac signs, and about 14 years to pass through each individual sign. That's why Neptune, having entered Aries on January 27, remains at Aries to this day. Saturn, on the other hand, orbits the zodiac in a cycle of roughly 28 to 29 years, spending just over 2 years in each sign. This is why Saturn, upon entering Aries on February 14, quickly moved into perfect alignment with Neptune, culminating in a conjunction on February 21. Many may have heard that this conjunction of Saturn and Neptune occurs only once every 320 years, but to cut to the chase, this is not entirely accurate. Saturn and Neptune form a conjunction roughly once every 36 years, a regular celestial occurrence, while their alignment in Aries is indeed a once in 323-year event. Their conjunction exactly at Aries, the vernal equinox point, is an extremely rare phenomenon that happens only once every several thousand years. According to various astrological theories, the claim of a once in 320-year event likely confuses their entry into Aries with the exact conjunction at the critical degree. In fact, research shows this precise zero alignment is even rarer. It has not occurred for over 2 years, and some theories suggest we must trace back over 7 to 9 years, around 7000 and BCE to find a matching exact conjunction at this degree. Some even argue this dates back to the era when agriculture began and humans first adopted settled lifestyles. The closest similar event on record was a conjunction in Aries in 590 for BCE, but it was not at the exact 0 degree. Thus, while we cannot say it is an absolute first in all of human history, it is an incredibly rare occurrence, one that is practically unprecedented in the entire recorded history of civilization. No such perfect zero alignment has been documented in the past several thousand years. This celestial configuration on February 21, Saturn, the planet of reality, and Neptune, the planet of ideals, aligning at Aries, the very first degree of the first zodiac sign, is regarded in Western astrology as the start of a new human history level cosmic cycle. This conjunction is seen as the dawn of a new era, if the last such alignment some 9 years ago marked the beginning of agriculture and settled life. This one is predicted to herald the start of an entirely new framework for AI, digital technology, and human spirituality, even if not the first since the dawn of humanity. This conjunction is undoubtedly a leap into uncharted territory, one that modern civilization has never experienced before. First, let's clarify the core meanings of these two planets. Neptune represents dreams, ideals, visions, fusion, dissolution, and the formless, possessing the power to blur and dissolve boundaries. Saturn, by contrast, symbolizes reality, manifestation, rules, order, limitations, and responsibility, the celestial body with the power to give form and structure to ideas. Aries, The first sign of the zodiac, stands for new beginnings, decision-making, action, passion, speed, exploration, and courage. When Neptune and Saturn align in Aries, we are filled with drive to realize our dreams and ideals, and we tap into an unwavering strength to follow through on our intentions. The essence of this threefold alignment, Neptune, Saturn, and Aries, is that ideals and reality stand side by side at the starting line. This is the true meaning of this conjunction. This channel shares ways to align your luck with the calendar and cosmic flow, as well as how to make the most of critical celestial moments. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe so you don't miss a thing. We'd truly appreciate it. Over the past few years, you may have felt that even when you dared to dream, those dreams never materialized into reality. This is because both Saturn and Neptune have long been transiting Pisces, not Aries. Pisces, the 12th and final zodiac sign, is a phase of cycle completion, a preparation period before a new beginning. In this phase, it is normal to have dreams with blurry outlines, to see your ideals but be unable to grasp them. But on February 21, these two celestial giants align perfectly at our Aries, and from this day forward, the tide shifts. Dreams will no longer remain just dreams. That said, this does not mean everything will go smoothly without effort. Aries is the sign that turns hesitation into action. It amplifies the drive to push forward, those who overthink, who struggle to decide, who have long let life carry them along. Yet this forward momentum may not be gentle. Saturn struggles to express its full power in Aries, meaning the rules and order you have relied on until now will temporarily cease to apply. When combined with Neptune's energy, this creates a strong potential for chaos, dissolution, and reset. For example, the last Saturn-Neptune conjunction occurred in Capricorn in 1989. Capricorn rules nations, organizations, and institutions, and that era saw the fall of the Berlin Wall, a time when things once considered absolute crumbled one after another. This conjunction, however, is different. It occurs at the primal starting point of Aries, the sign of the individual. This means the reset is not just for society, it is a fresh start for every single person's life. An even more important point: from June to August 2025, Saturn and Neptune were already drawing extremely close. During that time, did you have things that seemed on the verge of taking shape? Desires to start over? Or ideals you had all but given up on? These things have the potential to start moving into reality from February 2026 onward. What's more, the effects of this conjunction will not end in the short term. Neptune will remain in Aries until 2039. And Saturn will transit Aries for about 2 years. This means the life changes triggered by this alignment will unfold over years, for some, even over a decade or more. There is no need to rush into hasty decisions around February 21, driven by momentum. Yet it would be an enormous waste to do nothing at all during this moment. This is a genuine chance to restart your life, a gateway to living your ideals as if you've been reborn. But this opportunity is not given to you by anyone. It is a tide only those who take the first step themselves can seize. If you feel a sense of unease right now, that is not a mistake. It is a sign. Deciding what to let go of and what to choose again will be incredibly important for what comes next. What to avoid during this period: locking in life-changing decisions based solely on momentum. This period will amplify feelings of "I need to change this now," and "I've had enough." But acting on these emotions to rush into major life decisions such as changing jobs, resigning, moving, getting married or divorced, or signing high-stakes financial contracts is dangerous. The urge to take action itself is not a mistake. But now is not the time to draw final conclusions. This is a time to confirm your motivations, not to fix the course of your life. Take a step back and let the cosmic flow reveal itself. Falling for vague, unsubstantiated promises under Neptune's influence ruling dreams, ideals, hope, and illusion. Your hopes and expectations will swell, making you more susceptible to sweet-talking words and empty flattery. Be wary of claims like "this will definitely work" or "this is a special one-time offer" that lack concrete numbers, conditions, or details. If something feels good but you can't put your finger on why, pause immediately. That is the wise choice. Trying to realize your ideals or all Neptune's energy will also make you eager to elevate your ideals to new heights, sparking desires like "I want to change everything" or "I want to completely restart my life." But rushing for perfection at this moment will only lead to stalling. It is important to dream big, but skipping the process and demanding an instant perfect outcome will leave reality far behind. Teaming up with people or organizations with vague terms. Neptune's boundary-blurring energy combined with Aries' speed-first mindset will create a strong urge to say "let's do this together" or "let's just start first and figure it out later." But collaborative work begun without clear conditions, roles, financial terms, or deadlines will inevitably lead to conflict down the line. Relationships bound only by good intentions and passion are especially hard to fix later on. The biggest risk is starting without making clear agreements. Ignoring physical and emotional signals. Neptune dissolves the boundaries between the body and emotions, and Aries fuels over aggression. What's more, poor physical or emotional state impairs your ability to make rational, accurate decisions. Feelings of anxiety, tiredness, drowsiness, or unease during this period are not just random moods. Pushing through with sheer willpower or forcing yourself to endure only further cloud your judgment. The safest move is to avoid major decisions when you're feeling off balance. What to do during this period? Keep decisions tentative, don't make final calls. Aries is the entrance to a new cycle, not the finish line. There is no need to make black and white decisions right now. Setting tentative decisions with clear deadlines and conditions, and then stepping back, is enough to prevent unnecessary backtracking later. Embrace your intuition, but sleep on final conclusions under Neptune's influence. Information comes to you first as physical sensations, impressions, and moods before you can put it into words or logic. Do not ignore these feelings, the sense of unease, or the pull toward something. But you do not need to draw conclusions on the spot. Write down your feelings, and wait a few days to decide. This simple act alone will transform the quality of your choices. Take small steps and observe the response. This cosmic tide is made for testing, not one-and-done gambles. Try something small, adjust if it doesn't feel right, and expand if it does. This order is the safest and most certain path. Double-check rules and numbers with care precisely because this is a time when intuition is amplified. Practical, grounded checks become even more important. Carefully reviewing contracts, deadlines, amounts, and procedures will prevent Neptune-fueled misunderstandings. Calmness is your greatest ally. Stand at the gateway. Don't try to change everything at once. Aries is the starting point of a new cycle, not the end. This is not the time to complete your life. It is enough to dip your toe into the new tide. Simply standing at this gateway, one that may lead to a new life, is the most important thing you can do now. In summary, this period is not for making irreversible life decisions in one fell swoop. It is a time to align your ideals with reality, and to prepare your next step with care. Do not rush, but honor your intuition.